Hello guys, I am Mrs. Silk, and today I want to talk about attraction and women. How can you become attractive towards women? That's a good question. Let's go from the perspective that you are a normal guy. You have an average look and you have a normal income. There is nothing extraordinary about you. It's also nothing wrong with you, but you're just an ordinary man. So how can you become attractive towards women? Well, there is only one thing, and that is your ability to communicate with women. It is within the communication skills that you have they're going to be a deal breaker if you're going to succeed with basically any woman or fail with every woman, basically. So the key part for you to become attractive is to have the right conversational skills down. I know that there has been a lot of pickup artist schools that have been teaching a lot of manipulative strategies and also routines and tactics that is not really based on who you are. It's not interpersonal. It has been a lot of instrumental language being used, which means that you have to rehearse a lot of routines, almost like an actor in a movie. You have to learn a lot of routines in order to be able to execute them naturally. And in that way, you can become or you can play someone who is somewhat attractive to women, but that's not really you. You're just an act. I'm not talking about that. That is toxic, and it is quite dangerous as well, because you have a nervous system, and your nervous system are getting confused if you're going to use those kind of instrumental language in order to get something that should comes from a perspective of being interpersonal, meaning yourself. So if you start to date women without being yourself, that is not healthy when it comes to your mental health, and it's also not that effective. Absolutely not. We have to divide two things. One thing is if you don't do anything, and the other thing is if you do something. And if you're going to use those two variables, of course, using pickup artist techniques is probably a lot better than doing nothing else. So doing something will always produce some kind of results. However, if we coming from the perspective of doing something, then the pickup artist community stuff are horrible, most of them, because it takes away your interpersonal. And I have been coaching hundreds and hundreds of clients, and basically all of them just want to be themselves, but also attractive. So they want to be themselves and they want to be attractive towards women. So how can we achieve that? Well, I have good news. I've been studying communication for a long time. I have a master in communication, and I also have a master in human behavioral science. And when I look at those theories, I can definitely see that being yourself is actually part of being really attractive. If you want to optimize your way of being attractive, you have to come from the perspective of being yourself. If you want to learn lots of pickup artist routines, you can never be yourself, and that is very short-lived. It will not be sustainable. And also, those women that you might succeed with when it comes to using a lot of routines, most often are not women with a lot of male attention. They might date you for other reasons than just you. So it's more about you taking action that they liked rather than you as a human. That kind of problem you never have with women that have a lot of male attention. And today, every pretty woman have a lot of male attention. It's just the way it is. So how to be attracted towards women then? Well, it is through real conversational skills. They're going to make you attractive in her eyes with time. So first, you have to learn real communication skills that is interpersonal. Because if you know those skills, you know what makes people feel at best in conversations, in the same time as you being yourself or more yourself than ever before. And it all starts from the mindset of being curious towards other people, to make the conversation about them. That is the key. And if you can now think about that and make a decision that, you know what, I'm going to put my attention towards others more than about me and my stories and my funniness and my coolness. I'm actually going to give it a chance. I'm going to make it about them, and then I'm going to see what happens. Of course, there is a lot of methodologies based on real communication principles that can be used and learned throughout the journey. But the mindset of being really curious and make it about them is the most important fundamental start for you to start, basically, in order to have the right compass of where you want to go. I mean, if you want to be authentic, if you want to be yourself, or even more yourself than ever before, then real conversational skills is for you. And you are then optimizing your ability to attract women in a real way. And trust the science. The science do have a say. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.